Oh yeah. That's a mountainous bunch of coals and ashes. I don't know if you can see, but definitely need to scoop it. Be nice if while I let the fire go out I could have some heat in here, and I'd love to turn my diesel heater on, but as soon as I plug it in, this is the error I get right away now. It won't let me do anything. Oh my god, is it going to work? I can actually feel air coming out of this right now, but the last time I tried this, it wouldn't work at all. It's actually acting like it's going to come on right now. So it makes me wonder, is it actually a fan error or is it something else? I have to look up that code again because it could mean one of two things. And obviously the fan's not stuck if it's spinning, and I can feel, see that? I think that's the glow plug heating up. Anyway, you can hear the clicking, right? So it is actually going to come on, which makes me wonder if it's going to work as long as it's running. But for whatever reason, when I try to get it to work, sometimes I just get that error and it doesn't come on at all. So for example, on a day that I'm working and I set the timer for this to come on, it doesn't. Not, well, I shouldn't say it doesn't. It doesn't always. Sometimes I get the error code. It's definitely working. It's definitely warm air. This thing is fussy. This thing is fussy. What's going on? Huh? Yeah. Well, that looks better. Ramsey started using the staircase. Ramsey, come here. Come here. Yeah, good job. I've been using it to go up and down the stairs, which is nice. Did you think I was gonna feed you? Sorry, I tricked you. I noticed. I went through the settings. It's saying my batteries are 12.1 when they're 12.6. So why is that? I don't know. Something weird's going on. At least there's no error. Got the diesel heater all unhooked. As you can see, it's pretty dirty. Even being in that housing over there, it still, you know, still gets quite scummy. See what it's looking like under this casing. Well, I'm probably going to have to empty this fuel tank back into the jug over here because I am taking this with me. A friend of mine's going to help me take it all apart and try to clean it up some. I think we're going to have to get into this right here to check out the fan, see if it's catching, clean bearings and all that stuff. But yeah, look at those cobwebs.
Gross.
Cross your fingers for me that it's something simple and we can get this thing operational again. I was just going to siphon this diesel out and back into my can here. Look at the dirt in there. That is terrible. There's even dead flies in there. Like, what? I just dumped my ashes bucket, but the other day the ashes were so high and there was so much heat that I grabbed this with the sleeves of my jacket because I knew it would be hot. And the sleeve of my jacket is still kind of, yeah, pieces of it burnt onto the side. Nice day, super still. I did notice my solar panel getting a little dirty. Since this is dry as a whistle, wet it down a bit. There, that's a little better. Oh my god, do you see that cute little bird? Oh my gosh. Golden crowned kinglet, maybe? I can't keep track of it. It's everywhere. I wanted that thing to come closer so I could see what it was, but I didn't want it to fly in my face like it looked like it wanted to. Well, time to attempt taking this somewhat apart. I'm supposed to have a friend help me do this, but apparently other things came up. So let's have a look-see, shall we? Just set that there like that for now. Where is this attached? Attached underneath too. I have to disassemble it from somewhere. Oh, there's diesel fuel. How is this attached on here? Whoops. This is disgusting. Baby wipes, in case that happens again. I need a socket. Glad the weather's good out here. Now, I need a socket that's gonna fit. Okay, I do not have the right tools to remove those bolts on the bottom of this. So, oh, that came off very easily. Usually error code 6. I know it can be a couple different things, but it can be a fan error. And the fan spins just fine, so it doesn't appear to be anything caught. There's a dead spider. After a 20-minute struggle that you didn't get to see, I finally located the right socket. There's a little gasket or something here. Naturally, my battery died and I had to recharge it for a little bit, but I did manage to get this pulled out of here. Next thing I need to do is disconnect these wires here so I can remove this unit fully from the case. Here it is. Can I do this one-handed? Oh gosh. Okay, well, that was harder than it looked. Okay, well, if that wasn't complicated enough, I think this is where it gets 10 times worse. I believe this is the motherboard. Don't quote me, I don't know. 2021. Could have sworn I had this thing since... I could have sworn I had this thing for 3 years, not 2, but anyway. I really don't think it's a fan issue. It's not rubbing or hitting anywhere, nothing stuck. But I think I will still remove this and this here to try to knock the soot or carbon buildup out of this thing here. Sun is going down. I don't even know if you can see it anymore. I'm gonna have to start bringing this stuff inside because it's gonna be dark here in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna say. There we go. Now this needs to get unclipped in 3 different places. Here, here, and here. Motherboard removed. I have a hammer. Don't yell at me. Oh, there we go. I'm just trying to pull this part of the gasket off. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh. My gasket is a little messed up, but Is that going to be fine? I really don't know. It is a new day and I'm back at this again. I've already got this piece separated from this piece here. I watched a video, so I'm hoping that I can get this apart and get at this motor, because I would hate to put this thing back together, try to run the unit and have the same error come up. I really want to get inside this motor and see if this may be the problem. So, wish me luck. Now, when I watched a video, the guy held on to this piece down here and he just kind of moved them to, oh, see, there we go. Now that that's off, should be able to get this piece off with my Allen keys. And this piece, this is the piece that I find really hard to get off of here. I'm so scared I'm gonna break it. Okay, well, it wasn't pretty. Excuse the Crocs, I kind of had to put both feet on either side of this and pull it off that way. Yeah, I'm really hoping this piece, I hope this piece comes off easier. That would be nice. Oh my gosh, don't give me a hard time. Oh, thank goodness. All right. I'm this close. I'm this close. I just have to get these out and then I can start to, actually, I might just be able to pry this off from here. Maybe. It's too hard. Oh! Wait a minute. Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to do that or not, but I did it anyway. You live and you learn. This is what we got for carbon inside. Is it a washer or is it a bearing? I don't know. There's definitely some carbon going on in there. I'm gonna leave this ripped apart. A friend of mine stopping by here in like maybe a half an hour and gonna check this out for me. Then I'll know more with regards to whether or not I need to get a new motor for this. I'm not putting it back together until my friend checks it out, and I need a second opinion. I don't know enough about this stuff. I mean, I really have no clue, but this doesn't look bad to me. Maybe I'm missing something, but I've seen videos where these brushes were absolutely disintegrated. There's a little bit of sooty garbage, but... Alright, so my friend just popped by, helped me with this a little further. We just took, of course, my worry was removing the glow plug. I was kind of afraid to do that, but he did it and we pulled this out of here. So took a look in here. There wasn't a whole lot of gunk there except for whatever I dumped out here on the table. Overall, not too bad, just a little bit of soot. Of course, removing everything, we ruined the gasket here. We ruined the gasket here and here. So I'm in the process of scraping this old gasket off. Here's the old one. It pretty much crumbled. I was going to try to salvage it and make a template, but I think he's got some gasket maker, so we're just going to scrape the rest of this stuff off. Use the gasket maker. We're going to do it right. We're going to clean it. This here. Oh, the magnets are stuck. 1 second. This here, oh sorry, this here, we're going to clean and oil the bearing. But he took a look at the motor and said that it looked fine. I mean, the brushes are still completely intact and they're full, so it shouldn't be a motor issue. So that's what's happening. I'm going to head to his place and he's going to help me with the gasket maker, whatever that is. I have no idea. We're going to give it a really good cleaning, the whole thing. Since it's completely apart, you may as well do everything you can to try and minimize any of the issues that I have, right? I'm going to go ahead, put some of this stuff in this box I have here, take it to his place. He is also going to take apart his diesel heater and clean it at the same time. And yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Really, it doesn't look that bad at all to me. Hopefully by the time everything is cleaned and put back together, I'm not going to get error code 6 anymore. If you have a diesel heater and you plan on taking it apart, I think the first thing that's going to crumble and go on you is going to be the gasket. There's no way those things don't break. There's no way they don't break. No. Good afternoon. Bit of a gray day. Was supposed to rain, so I'm glad it's not right now. I was just out here cleaning off this stuff because I plan on getting this all put back together today. Yesterday when I left off, the guts of the diesel heater was in pieces. Took it all in a box, took it to my friend's place. I'll tell you about what we did. As you might be able to see, it's all back in one piece now. We ended up cleaning and oiling the bearings in the motor here. We ended up cleaning out the burn chamber. Both of them, the burn chamber and the motor, were not that dirty at all. I was really surprised. However, I don't run my diesel heater all the time. I run it, it's a backup. I run it when I know my wood stove is, when my fire is going to go out. So yeah, it wasn't really that dirty at all. The motor looked excellent. There didn't seem to be any problems with that at all. Checked the glow plug. The glow plug was fine. What we ended up doing is tearing off the old gasket, because as soon as you split this apart, the old gasket is pretty much shot. So we cleaned the old gasket completely off the aluminum, and we put some gasket maker on here, and also that little plate that goes over the burn chamber where the glow plug and everything is. Cleaned that old gasket off as well and put gasket maker in there, put that back together. So now it's one solid unit again, and I am going to try to get this thing completely back as an all-in-one unit and test it out today. Wish me luck, please. Please! Very confused right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, Jenna. Okay, Jenna, go back to bed. Go back to sleep. You're not awake. We know this. Okay, now it should fit. There we go. Okay, so that's looking right. I do have to put the nuts back on the bolts here, which I will do. I need to put the motherboard back on here. I'm going to suggest to any of you, if you take these things apart, pay attention to where these go on the motherboard. I did not do that. I'm just going to have to go on luck that I put them in the right place. Now, I really do think that the temperature sensor, like this, well, it would make sense that my glow plug, since this has 4, it would go on this one here. For the motor, which is here, goes here. Yes, like this. It's like this, right. Like this. Now I just have to bolt it down here, I believe. So before I actually bolt this down here, I watched another video, and you can see this magnet right here. This going in front of the sensor, which it's hard to see, but it is there, is supposed to be no more than 2 millimeters from the sensor. If it's any more, sometimes you can get that error code. I don't know that. That's just something that somebody else said in a video. So I'm going to try to make sure that the sensor is closer to the magnet than this after reattaching this. So we'll see. We'll see. But so far the fan spins easily and freely. And obviously I do still need to put the cover on this when we're all done. I feel like that's as close as I can get it to the 2 millimeters. Put that down snug. Crossing over that sensor. hard to tell what 2mm is, but you also don't want it too close to this because it might catch, but this thing can shift forward and back a little bit too. For now, we're gonna hope that this is good. Made sure that this was in here good and snug on either side. It's on. Don't do what I do because I don't know what I'm doing. I should have put this on first, but I didn't do that. Next up, this, and I have no idea. I think it needs to go this way. There we go. Whoops. Here. Which way does this go? Okay, I don't think that's going anywhere, so fuel line put back on here. There we go. Remembering that this came out of this corner like that. In the words of Celine Dion, it's all coming back to me now. Okay, all right. It is officially an all-in-one unit yet again. I'm not going to say I'm proud of myself until I hook it up to a battery, put some fuel in it, and try it out. I don't want to put too much in this because really we're just testing it out. So, hello? So yeah, it's good there. Okay. Fuel lines to about here. We just want enough to test it out, make sure it's going to work. If it works, obviously I'll fill it. These air filters, breathers, whatever you want to call them. I was just about to put this back on. They're not made of much. It's like a cardboardy. This one's getting kind of flimsy, but I remembered I have an extra one and it's longer because this one had to be cut for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to replace this. Out with the old, in with the new. That looks much better. So I'm all geared up. I didn't put this back in the housing, and I'm not hooking it up to my batteries. I don't want to do anything permanent yet until I test it out first. If you're a regular viewer, you know what kind of luck I have on a regular basis. So yeah, we're going to test it out. If it works, great. I'll put it back where it normally goes, but you're hooked up to a spare battery. All that's left to do is connect up the controller. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. H off. So I want to turn it on. Hear that? Prime it for about 30 seconds to a minute, it said. See the fuel? Because I had no fuel in my line, so here we go. Okay, now that we're primed, we should be good to fire it up, right? I'm so sorry about the lighting. That might help. Let's see. It's trying to turn on. It definitely freaking sounds weird, though. What the heck? I feel like it sounds weird, but then again, I'm never outside listening to what it sounds like when the fan first kicks on. You know. Ooh, look at this! Okay, there's no more white smoke. Glow plug is on here. And pump is going. I don't don't remember that color smoke coming out before, but maybe it always did. Okay, I would deem this a success. It's working. No error codes yet. But I think I can shut it down and put it into its permanent home, which is over there. Okay, everything is back to rights. Diesel heater's hooked up. We got the timer set 3:23 in the afternoon. I even figured out how to switch it back to Celsius. So I usually have it set kind of low with regards to the timer. And yeah, so here we are. Shows the elevation. Error code 0, that is a nice thing to see. 28 degrees C. Oh, that's the temperature in here. Yeah, warm, I know. 17 is what I have it set to. So when I have the timer set to come on when I'm working, I just kind of have it at a lower temperature, just enough to keep it decent in here. Everything back to rights here. Even filled it up almost full with fuel. So we're back in business. I can't call it a complete success yet. I will need to see how it works over the next few days, few weeks. Make sure there aren't any more error codes. We'll of course keep you guys in the loop. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I was not looking forward to tearing that thing apart and getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, but I'm glad that I did, because now I know that I can do it again if I need to. By the way, YouTube is a fantastic resource for anything diesel heater. I got a lot of my information from there. Otherwise, I certainly would have struggled with the deconstruction. Still not entirely sure what the issue was. That's kind of the scary thing. We know it's not a motor issue because the motor looked fantastic. So either it was a sensor issue with the magnets going over the sensor, or a communication issue, or something along those lines. But the fan wasn't catching, so it wasn't a fan issue, wasn't a motor issue. Anyway, I think that's going to be it from me here. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next. Bye. Here's just one concern I'm having. The time is still correct. If I go through the settings, it says my batteries are 12.1. This is what I mean. Actually, my batteries are 12.6. I don't know. Well, that was funny. I couldn't find Ramsey anywhere. He's not in his bed, not up on the cat tree. He's not in the bedroom where Rory is. Last place to check was the laundry basket. I pulled it out from under the couch. That's where he's laying. Have a good sleep in there, okay? All right, good night.